Welcome to Invisible Waves. To kick things off, let's demystify what electromagnetic energy actually is. Most people picture just visible light, but the spectrum is far bigger, right?
Absolutely. The electromagnetic spectrum covers everything from radio waves, which are kilometers long, to gamma rays, which are less than the width of an atom. For context, your Wi-Fi, sunlight, and even X-rays are all part of this invisible family.
That range is astonishing. Could you give us an analogy to help listeners visualize how broad the spectrum really is?
Imagine the spectrum as a piano. The visible light we see is just a few keys in the middle. The lower notes are radio and microwaves, while ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays are the high notes. We use only a tiny slice with our eyes.
So every device around us, phones, microwaves, even remote controls, operates on different keys of this piano, right?
Exactly. Each device is tuned to a specific frequency, or note. That's why your microwave doesn't interfere with your radio, and why your phone can connect to Wi-Fi while transmitting Bluetooth signals simultaneously.
Let's dig deeper into how these waves interact with us. Most people don't realize our bodies are electrical too. Can you explain how we both generate and respond to electromagnetic energy?
Sure. Every heartbeat and brainwave is actually a small electrical pulse. Medical devices like EEGs and EKGs measure these electromagnetic signals. Even our circadian rhythm, which governs sleep, is influenced by sunlight's natural blue light.
That's fascinating. So, are we absorbing all these waves constantly, or does our body filter them out somehow?
We do absorb some energy like UV rays, which can tan or burn skin, but much of the spectrum passes through or around us harmlessly. Our skin, eyes, and even the Earth's magnetic field act as natural filters for the most intense energies.
Interesting point. Are there any studies showing how exposure to different frequencies can affect our health over time?
Yes, for example, a Harvard study showed excessive blue light from screens can disrupt sleep cycles. Meanwhile, long-term exposure to high-energy X-rays is linked to cellular damage, which is why medical imaging uses the lowest effective doses.
Moving forward, can we break down how different parts of the spectrum are harnessed in our daily routines? For instance, what's happening inside a microwave oven?
Great example. Microwaves excite water molecules, causing them to vibrate and heat food rapidly. The frequency is carefully chosen, about 2.45 gigahertz, so it's absorbed efficiently by water, but not by plastic or glass containers.
And when it comes to communication, how do devices like cell phones and Wi-Fi routers avoid stepping on each other's toes?
It's all about frequency allocation. Each technology is assigned a specific range. Cell phones use bands around 800 megahertz to 2.5 gigahertz, while Wi-Fi typically uses 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Think of it like lanes on a highway, keeping traffic organized and safe.
Are there any other surprising uses of electromagnetic waves that people might not expect?
Absolutely. MRI scanners, for instance, use strong magnetic fields and radio waves to image tissues without harmful radiation. Even beehives use the sun's polarization, a feature of light, to navigate, showing how deeply nature taps into these waves.
As we wrap up, there's growing debate about the safety of constant exposure to all these waves. Should we be concerned about the long-term effects of living in this energy-rich environment?
It's a nuanced topic. Low-frequency waves like radio and visible light are generally safe, but high-frequency waves like UV and X-rays can damage DNA if exposure is excessive. Regulatory agencies set exposure limits to keep us safe.
Some people worry about things like 5G or sleeping next to Wi-Fi routers. Are these concerns supported by science?
Most scientific reviews, including those by the WHO, find no conclusive evidence that non-ionizing radiation from devices like Wi-Fi or 5G causes harm at typical exposure levels. However, ongoing studies continue to monitor potential long-term effects.
It sounds like moderation and awareness are key. Any practical tips for listeners who want to minimize unnecessary exposure without giving up modern conveniences?
Absolutely. Simple steps include taking screen breaks, using speakerphone to reduce phone-to-ear contact, and ensuring smoke detectors are installed instead of relying on just smartphone alerts. It's about smart, informed choices, not fear.